Sugar dating is presented as a mutually beneficial relationship. Typically wealthy man, though sometimes it can be a woman, engages in an arrangement or a pseudo relationship with a younger, attractive female or male, and the idea is that it's an arrangement where there's an allowance or cash or payment of a loan in exchange for said companionship. And it's marketed as this idea where it's a relationship on your terms. If you're struggling financially, it's a great way to make money. All you have to do is go out to dinner or spend time with this person and they will pay you some sort of allowance. And there's no strings attached, no sex required. But what we're finding is that that's often not the case. What ends up happening is that when there is money exchanged, there's an expectation that sexual acts should be performed as part of that exchange. And that's where the dangers of sugar dating really come into play and where the question of prostitution comes in. I first got involved in the issue of sugar dating last summer when I was interning at World Without Exploitation. And then I was surprised to see that following fall that on my campus the discussion on sugar dating had become very prevalent in a very positive light. My school newspaper had published 2 articles back to back about the benefits of sugar dating. One was called Seeking Arrangement Sets Up Sweet Deals for Students, and the next one was Where Your Sugar Daddy Can Take You on Restaurants in New Orleans. I was really troubled by this because I had been made aware of the dangers that come along with sugar dating. It was surprising to see that in both articles, neither of them discussed any potential danger, and in a place where there's such a financial discrepancy and there's a lot of students who are on financial aid and in a city that has a big culture of spending, it made me really nervous to see that this was being posed as a way to make money that was consequence-free and completely safe. So I reached out to my school newspaper and I sent them a letter explaining some of the dangers of sugar dating, talking to them about how it was their responsibility as journalists to give the full story and to make sure that students are aware of these inherent dangers: harassment, sexual assault, stalking, accounts of rape, cash, and repayment of loans or fancy gifts are held over women's heads to be coerced into performing acts that they're not comfortable with, that they did not agree to. And I didn't hear back from them for a long time. So I decided to take matters into my own hands and I contacted the president of my university. I sent him both of the articles that the school had published. I sent him my letter to the editor, accompanied with some information about the harms of sugar dating. And they were very quick to respond, and I had the Office of the President working with me. Eventually, my school newspaper did respond. They apologized for taking so long to get back to me, and they said that they had not done enough research on the dangers. That was a great victory to see that they had recognized that, but I knew from then on that there was a lot that had to be done, that the conversation needed to change, that we needed to shift the narrative. So I started working on educating my friends and people in my sorority and people in my school community about the dangers of sugar dating so that we could make sure that everyone was aware of these inherent dangers and the risks that come along with a practice like this. My name is Tamara Aronson. I'm a rising senior at Tulane University.